Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on F1 2021. So today we'll be making a return to the Am I Faster Than series, and this time we will be trying to beat Alessio Deledda's Formula 2 qualifying time from Monza, as that is the round he was closest to the overall pace. His qualifying time was a 1 minute 34.194, still almost 2 seconds away from the pole time, and more than 7/10 off the next slowest car, that being Guilherme Samaya. But that was by far his best qualifying effort for the season. Now, given that the first two installments of this little series have actually been relatively easy, with Mahavir Raghunathan and Nikita Mazepin, I've even been able to beat some of the pole times in those ones, so I am going to add a little bit of extra challenge to this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm only going to give myself 1 hour as opposed to unlimited time to beat the required lap times, and I'm also not going to use any setups, so I'll just be restricted to the standard setup in the game. So let's just get into it and see if we can beat Alessio Deledda's lap time. So here we go then for our first flying lap. Let's see what we can achieve on this one. It's worth noting at the time I hadn't played the game in quite a while, so it did take me a little bit to get back up to speed, but nonetheless we will eventually get there. This first flying lap is just about getting a feel for the car and track once again, and seeing what kind of lap I need to do to beat Deledda's time, whether this first kind of exploratory lap will be good enough, or if we will need to start driving better and really pushing the limits to match the Deledda lap time. But you can see braking relatively early for the first corner back there, and we will do the same again here into the Del Roger chicane, so definitely plenty of time to gain there as we just want to get this first lap in as a banker and improve and build on this foundation. Very wide through the first Lesmo, and again just not really optimizing the track in any way, almost completely off circuit in the second Lesmo. I'm surprised actually we didn't get our lap deleted from doing that. It would have been borderline, but we were going quite slowly, so maybe that's how we got away with it through the Ascari chicane now, and we are able to just about get through there again. Very cautious on the exit as we had the line completely wrong, and now down towards Parabolica. What was this renamed to? I've totally forgotten at this point, but that clearly worked. But yeah, through Parabolica now, and we will complete our first flying lap and see where it compares. Remember, Deledda's lap time was a 1:34, and we are actually straight into the 1:34s, I think just marginally off Deledda's lap time. So here's the comparison then. Deledda did a 1 minute 34.194, and our first lap was a 34.508, which is a difference of 0.314. So we are 1/10 of a pie away from Deledda. So attempt number 2 then into Parabolica to start our lap, and we get underway. Oh, that's gone well. Alright, so here we are for attempt number 3. Don't ask what happened in the last one. So here we go, heading it down towards Parabolica for the start of our lap, and trying to get the lap started well. The lap, of course, really starts at the final corner to try and get a good run down towards the first, but I'm not really at that stage of extracting the last milliseconds yet. Still need to fully get back up to speed. So here we go into the first corner, taking a little bit of the grass on the way in, and immediately we get our lap deleted. Attempt number 4, believe it or not, was ruined by sneezing at the wrong time. Attempt number 5, and we actually get our lap started this time, which is good. So we head down into the first corner, and we'll try and make an effort not to cut any of these, but going very slowly through there and losing time on the delta, even compared to our first flyer. So that is not good, but hopefully we'll still be able to improve the lap time overall by the time we get through the second half of the lap. You can see not going through Curva Grande very smoothly as we head into the Della Roggia chicane, and still just trying to take it nice and easy, and we are still not gaining time on our initial lap, so maybe taking it a little bit too easily. We did lose a lot of time through the Lesmos on our first lap, so maybe something to gain through here. And now we do finally go green on the exit of the second Lesmo as we open DRS heading down towards the Ascari chicane, and we'll see what we can do here later on the brakes than what we were before, and we will just about keep the car on the track, and we'll get a bit caught up on the curb there, sends us wide. Somehow that doesn't get our lap deleted again. I guess it must be because we're going quite slowly at the time, but yeah, that has cost us a bit of time. Still green on the Delta, so we still have a chance of beating Deledda's time. They're a little bit too deep into Parabolica, and we are going to lose out a bit of time there potentially, but coming across the line, we will still improve on our lap time, and that is a 1 minute 34.215, so just 200th away from Deledda. So we're going to go for a consecutive lap here and see if I can get into something of a rhythm and see if that helps extract a bit more time, finally getting through the first corner and gaining time on our Delta this time through. So that is good as we continue through the lap towards the Della Roggia chicane, taking a bit of grass through the Curva Grande, but don't worry about that as we head through the Della Roggia chicane, and again going green into the first sector, so that's great. We went red last time and lost time to our initial flyer, so good that we are finding gains there. Hopefully we'll continue to find gains throughout the rest of the lap. The Lesmos were a bit cleaner as well as we open DRS towards the Ascari chicane as we head under the old banking, and we need to get the braking point right here. It's probably the trickiest part of the circuit for me, and again I've gone too deep there, turned in too late, and that's costing time, and you've got to watch out for the curbs there as well. But we're still gaining on our initial lap, on our current best lap, and gaining by quite a lot actually with 2 green sectors. So as we come around the final corner, again going too deep into Parabolica, but we will get that right eventually, and finally come towards the finish line, and we will set a new best lap, a 33.4, so that is much more like it. So that lap time puts us ahead of Alessio Deledda, and actually just marginally ahead of Guilherme Samaya, who qualified 21st. His lap time was a 33.478. So our next target is Richard Vashaw, a 1 minute 33.193. So here we go then for our first attempt at beating Richard Vashaw. He qualified 20th with that lap time, so into the first chicane we go, missing the first apex, but not too bad, and still improving on our current best. So through Curva Grande, we need to be a lot smoother through here and try and hug the inside, but it's very easy if you do that to turn just a little bit too sharp and catch the grass and the curbs on the inside, and that upsets the car just like that curb did, and that's another restart. So many restarts later, we did eventually get another clean lap in, and here it is heading into the first corner, and finally getting through there quite well. Probably could have carried a bit more speed through the second apex, but nonetheless improving on our current best, and heading through Curva Grande now towards the Della Roggia chicane. Very easy to be too aggressive here, as I've found out way too many times. Just hopping over that inside curb sends you straight ahead, deletes your lap time, and it just gives you a general bad day. Now through the Lesmos, still plenty to gain through here, as I still just cannot really seem to get it right, but nonetheless we head through and gain some more time on our Delta. We're actually improving by quite a lot, over a second green, so this is going to be a mega lap if we can close the deal in the final sector into Ascari, a bit deep, but it's not like it's not like a mistake we haven't made before. But anyway, we head out of Ascari, and we're still improving by 1.4 seconds green on the Delta, so this is going to be a huge improvement. This could put us to the front of the real life grid, so let's see how this goes through the final corner, a bit deep into Parabolica once again, but out the other side, and we are going to make a good improvement, and our final lap time is a 1:31.96. That is much better. And in fact, that actually beats this year's pole time. Oscar Piastri took pole with a 32.199 compared to our 31.96. So we are almost a quarter of a second clear of this year's pole time. So where to from here? Well, the outright lap record in Formula 2 was set back in 2017 by Nobuharu Matsushita. And I believe that was in a different specification of car. I think the current F2 cars only started in 2018, so we're going to ignore that lap time and take the 2018 pole time, which is the next fastest. That was a 1 minute 31.546 set by George Russell, and we will use that as our next target. So we continue on now, and we're actually into the last 10 minutes of the hour that I gave myself, and it took me a long time to improve on the lap time that I just set. So this will be potentially the last improvement we'll see as we get our lap underway. DRS open as we head down towards the first corner, the Variante del Rettifilo chicane. Let's see if we can find some gains there this time. Maybe a little bit early on the brakes there still, and you can see we are actually losing time to the Delta as we get to the exit. So not an ideal start to the lap, but the main places we lose time towards the end of the lap. There's not huge variances at the start of the lap anymore, so as we head through the Della Roggia chicane, as long as we keep it clean, we can focus on the second half of the lap and try our best to improve there. So through these right-handers, the two Lesmos, making fairly good speed through here, and through the second Lesmo, despite missing the apex, we're actually going to go green on the Delta and start improving on our previous efforts. So that is good. This is what I've been trying to do for about 20 minutes now since the last time I improved on a lap. So here we go then into the Ascari chicane, trying to clip the apexes without actually running on the curbs too much. We actually missed both of the apexes there through the second two corners of the Ascari chicane, but nonetheless we are improving still on our current best, and with the green middle sector it's looking good. Through Parabolica we finally get the braking point right, trying to carry the speed through the exit and get on the power as early as we can. Now up to the finish line. What is our lap time going to be? Can we beat George Russell? We're going to improve by just over 4/10 and set a 1 minute 31.553, but it's not going to be enough. We miss out on Russell's time by 0.007 of a second, and I don't think I've got a better lap time in me today. I tried for the rest of the hour, but could not improve on that time, so yeah, unfortunately couldn't beat that one today. But we beat all the 2021 qualifying times, so I'm very happy with that effort, and just a whisker away from the best set in this car. So not too disappointed at all, and in fact there are slight variations between the different cars. The cars now have the 18-inch wheels, which they didn't have back in 2018. Whether they're faster or slower now, I'm not sure, but yeah, the lap times, I think it might even depend on the circuit which specific car is faster. But anyway, that is going to do it from me today. I will leave the replay footage of the lap playing throughout the rest of the video. But yeah, other than that then, I'll say thank you so much for watching. Feel free to give me some feedback in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you next time. See you later.